Hi friends, welcome back to my channel today for another Plan With Me. If you are new here and this is your first time joining me, hello, my name is Cassie and I share planner related videos like this Plan With Me here. I also share videos of my health tracker and my daily functional planner and kit lineups and shopping and all kinds of fun stuff. So definitely check out my other videos down below. And if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. All right, so for this video, if you've joined me before, you know typically I will do a flip through of the kit, but I started this spread on a live with Mariah from Mariah's Imperfect Plans. So all of the footage for the base of this spread, for the most part, that sidebar and the date cover area, bottom washi, that is all over on my Instagram. I did save the live, so if you are interested in joining Mariah and I and just hanging out with us for a little bit, she did a really beautiful spread too, so you can kind of see both of us creating the bases of our spreads. And then she also shared a video on her YouTube channel of her finishing her spread. So I'm sorry that I don't have all of that here. I guess there is a way, she was saying there's a way to like download the video off of Instagram, but I didn't even try to figure that out. I just figured it's over there if you guys want to see it. Otherwise, this is just a shorter plan with me for you. So, okay, what I did there, so I already had the sidebar down, but I really felt like it needed some more, like a wash of color in there. So I just lifted up that like floral washi strip that's from the Pretty Pink Co. I just lifted that up and then added some of the Sadies Stickers alcohol ink swatches or watercolor swatches in green to kind of make it look like some grass underneath there. And then I also switched out the sticker that I had for June because I felt like the one I had, even though it matched the script, I felt like it was just too small for that area. So I switched that out as well. Added some cute little dragonflies into the sidebar area there. I knew that I wasn't done with it when we got off the live, but I think if I remember correctly, I had to leave. I had to get off the live and go like pick up a child or something. So I just finished it on the video here instead. So, okay, moving into the date cover area. So again, I did that all on the live, but I forgot to put the date dots in there for some reason. So the ones I'm using are from Paper Trail Plans. As you can see, I've used them several times. I was a little worried I wasn't going to have all the numbers I needed because I need to order more of those. But those are some of my favorites. Just like the type of script that it is, I feel like it matches so many different like date cover things. So I use them a lot. Okay, I know I'm doing the full box thing, but while you're watching me sort through things, I'm going to talk through the date cover area just a little bit here. So I used the like long floral washi strip at the top there, and then I layered a foiled washi strip. I think that one is from the Pretty Pink Co. And I thought that that would be really pretty over the like colored, regular premium matte florals just to give it some dimension and then some sparkle. And then I used the date covers that came with the kit. I really liked bringing in that lighter like wood color. And then I just used some of the deco from, I think it was in the kit. It might have been one of the journaling pages, but just like the smaller deco with the little bottle and key and all of that and the butterfly. Just brought that in to add some like, I don't know, character. I don't know if that's the right word, but just add that up into the top. And then I used a garland from Sadies Stickers, the garland washi, because I wanted there to be like another point of interest up there. And I love how that looks. So I really am happy with how the date cover area came out, which I feel like isn't always the case. Like sometimes I don't love my date cover. So I was really happy that this one came out as well as it did. And this is actually my first time using a Hello Petite Paper kit. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. So this was definitely different for me because I've not used it before. And so it was a little bit more of a challenge to like try some different things with her kit format. Okay, I'm going to talk about the sidebar just a little bit while I'm like lining it here. So I really like how this came out too. I was really struggling with this. If you watch the live, you'll see I was struggling with which way I wanted to orient it, if I wanted to do vertical or horizontal. And I really wanted to bring in a window with those girls because I felt like it looked like they were like looking off into the distance for something. So I ended up bringing in the little square like deco picture of that house. And then I used a window. I think that's from Paper Muse Crafts. I wish her shop was still open. I miss her shop. Anyway, that was a window from Paper Muse Crafts, and I put that behind the window because I thought that would be really cute. And then somebody, I think it might have been Mariah on the live, somebody had the idea to line the bottom of the window with some florals to make it look like it was like a flower box in front of the window. So I did that, and then I added one of the little Dainty Basics dividers from Sadies Stickers, had a little bit of a scallop on it with some dots, and I just thought that that would look like a little bit of a flower box design. So I really, really love how that came out. I wish I can remember who gave me that suggestion, but I feel like it was Mariah. But anyway, I just thought that was so pretty, and then I used that foil washi. I think that might have been Sadies Stickers, the floral one that's on the bottom. And then the chair and the florals and stuff like that, that was from the kit or one of the journaling pages. And then I used a cloud from Pretty Pinko. And then the transparent matte clouds were actually from Paper Trail Plans. So I just kind of created like a little outdoor-ish scene. I don't know. I don't know if it's super cohesive, but I really liked it. So I'm happy with how that came out as well. Okay, and then I did use the Dainty Basics line divider, and I lined the whole box for the sidebar. I love, love, love the way that that looks. I know Mariah always does that in hers. I've seen Jen from Home Units Plans do that in hers as well. She always has a lot of really great Plan With Me's too, guys. And so does Mariah. So Mariah is on Instagram, or I'm sorry, on Instagram, she's Mariah's Imperfect Plans. Here on YouTube, she is just Imperfect Plans. So it's if you're looking for her there. And then Jen from Home Units Plans, she is, what is she on YouTube? She's Home Units Plans on Instagram. I think she's Home Units Plans on YouTube as well. But also love her Plan With Me's, and she does a lot of that with her sidebar too. So if you're looking for more inspiration on amazing sidebars and spreads, definitely check out Jen and Mariah and their channels as well. Okay, so I thought that I had done this in the live, but I guess I didn't. Maybe I did one side and not the other. I'm not sure. But anyway, I am just adding in some deco. One of the things that I really love about the Hello Petite paper kits is she has little sheets, like add-on sheets that are, you can either get deco or a mixed sheet that has some florals and deco. Of course, I got both because I am extra, but you can get one or the other. And I really love that it like had some smaller pieces of deco that I was able to add into the date cover area that just built some cohesiveness across all the other like deco in the kit. Okay, another thing to note here, because I didn't realize this and I was struggling for a minute, her little headers there. So I don't know if you can see me like struggling. Most kits, I feel like the headers, it's like they're all connected to each other. I don't know if that makes sense. Like when you pull them up, hers actually have a little bit of a sticker in between. So I wish I could like see, I mean, you see me struggling, but like you can't really see on the sheet, but there's a little thin strip of sticker in between each one of the headers. So it's not like you pull one up and then the next one is like right below it. So just a heads up on that in case you have never used a Hello Petite paper kit. That was a new discovery for me. Okay, so there I pulled in those cute dividers. I think those were Sadies Stickers, maybe. I wasn't paying attention when that came up on the screen, but I really love the way that those looked. I wanted to add some interest at the bottom of those boxes, and then I really thought that those flowers and that divider looked so good, like below the window, because it kind of looks like you're looking outside and there's some florals creeping up to the window, and then also over like the lavender field with that tree. Oh, I love that. That's probably one of my favorite things in the spread, which maybe is silly because it's just a divider, Cassie, but I really loved it. And then underneath it, I did pull in the Dainty Basics. I don't know if I did it or not yet. It's on my paper in front of me, but I don't know if I did it in the video. I pulled in one of the Dainty Basics line dividers underneath it just to give it like some, I don't know, I don't know. What do you want to call that? Like finality? I don't know. I'm struggling for words, but you know what I mean? Like it like completed the bottom of it. So it wasn't just an open end of floral foil. It had a bottom. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, moving on, because words are apparently difficult for me today. On Monday, so this week here, this was the week going into June. So it was Memorial Day weekend leading up to this week. So Monday was Memorial Day. And this was like the second week of our crazy go to New York 2 weekends in a row travel. So this on Monday, the 29th, I pulled in that, what is that, like a little doily. I really love that doily, and she has those on like almost all of her kits now. I pulled that in with a transparent swatch from Sadies Stickers underneath it, and pulled in a house icon from my newest addiction. And basically, I think what I was trying to mark there, I couldn't remember when I went back to write it, but I think I was just marking that I cleaned the house because we had gotten home I think early that morning, maybe, because we usually drive overnight. So just that we got home and cleaned the house and all those things. I probably meant to mark that I arrived home, but I wrote clean house. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I like do things and then I didn't take good enough notes to know what I was trying to mark. And then underneath that, these little dividers, you guys, these little swirls from Bird Design and Gathered Plans, like their collab, the Gathered Layers, I'm obsessed. This was the first time I've used them, and I'm going to need them to bring those back to the shop. They're not in there right now, but I'm dead. They're gorgeous and perfect. They're the perfect length, for the box, so they're not a whole box width, and the perfect amount of like little swirl. I don't know, just obsessed. Okay. I'm sorry. I really, really love them and I use them on every single day. So I got to slow my roll until they get them back in the shop and I can replenish them. But anyway, underneath that, I was trying to mark something else in the beginning. I don't remember what I was going to mark, but I didn't have an icon for it. You guys, I have got to get my icon game stronger here because I am struggling. So I ended up deciding to just mark that as Memorial Day because I had a script from Paper Trail Plans and I was like, you know what, let's just mark that it was a holiday and call it good. So the oval that I pulled in, that's from the kit and I freaking love this. I didn't realize until I went to use the kit, but the oval and her circles are cut out, like the middle is cut out. So that was a really cool surprise. I've not had that in any other kit that I can think of, so that was really cool. And then see, like you see that page with the circles, look, same thing, cut out in the middle, freaking love. Okay, anyway, I used that scallop to mark Memorial Day and I pulled some florals in from the kit and I just used like the little button deco because I did not know what to put there for Memorial Day. Like, I don't know, I don't have a flag or anything and I just felt like we're just gonna use some deco from the kit. And then underneath that, I pulled in like a half box from the kit and just to mark that I went into the office. So I did go into the office for a couple hours because I had been off and I just wanted to make sure I wasn't coming back to absolute chaos. So I pulled in a Crafts by Towie like filing icon and some florals from the kit. And then I also at the bottom just used some florals and some deco because I didn't really have anything else to mark and I just kind of decorated that bottom area and used some like butterflies from Sadies Stickers and some little like dot deco as well. Okay, Tuesday, as you saw, I pulled in a transparent swatch circle thing from Sadies Stickers and layered that underneath the circle from the kit. And I love that. I love that it's cut out so I can add a little bit of color if I want. This kit had a lot of really beautiful colors, but I felt like had that box been white, it would have just been like too much white. So it was really nice to be able to add in that colored circle swatch. So I did that. And then I used a White Deer Stationery laptop icon to mark that I had work that day. And then I used another one of those amazing swirls. I don't remember what they're called. It's a flourish, I guess, from Bird Design and Gathered Plans, the Gathered Layers collection. And then underneath that, I pulled in one of the little swatches from the kit. And then I used one of the Gathered Plans and Sadies Stickers MIDI box collab boxes. I love those as well. Rachel has such a good eye for that stuff and she brings it to the shop owners and they make amazing stickers from it. So Rachel, if you happen to be watching, thank you for creating such dainty, beautiful pieces for our planners or helping to create them anyway. So I really love that little MIDI box and I thought it was so cute. And then I used the pizza box from White Deer Stationery. And I really love how the laptop and the pizza box are like both facing different directions and kind of complete that section there. It just looks very symmetrical. Yeah, so anyway, me and my love for, what's the word I'm looking for? Symmetry. All right, underneath that did I pull in? Yeah, I pulled in a little divider from Letters to Apollo, I think that was, with the little dots on it, just to create some division there with the full box. And then underneath the full box, I used that really pretty torn paper from the deco sheet. And then I brought in some of that Sadies Stickers and Danny with a Planty collab. I don't know, like torn, it's like the torn paper foiled things that go underneath the torn paper. I thought that'd be really cool to put underneath that torn paper, even though it wasn't like the traditional corner thing that those were made for. I just thought that'd be really pretty. And I really love how that came out. It worked so well underneath that icon from My Newest Addiction. And I added some florals behind that girl's head because I wanted there to be some like pop of color. I love those icons, you guys. I know I've talked about that before, but I love those. All right, and then underneath that, I brought in just like a regular box from the kit, put some florals in, and used a Hello Petite Paper icon. So I had to pause my spread and do a haul video for the Hello Petite Paper because I had the icons in there and I needed that laundry icon. So I had to kind of pause the video at that point so that I could have what I needed. I don't think I had paused it yet. I think I like did it and was like, I'll figure this out later. And then was like, crap, the only laundry icon I have is in a new order that I hadn't hauled yet. So yeah, we took a time out and did a haul video, which is already up on the channel. So I think, nope, just kidding. Maybe it's not. I don't think it's up there yet. So if it's not up there, then stay tuned. That'll be on there. Okay, so moving on to Wednesday, I decided to bring in, I really liked the torn paper in this kit, and I was trying to figure out how to bring it in. And on Wednesday and Thursday, I had kind of longer sections where I could bring in the torn paper and then like put all of my day-to-day stuff kind of over it and in between it. And so I decided to do something a little bit different, and I really, really love it. I'm so happy with how that came out. I'll probably do something like that again when I use another one of her kits because she has like the tiny torn paper like that and it's just perfect. So I used like the wood grain one on that one on Wednesday because the box on Wednesday had a lot of floral and I felt like it would be like floral overload if I put the florals on Wednesday. And then I ended up putting the floral one that I'm working on there on Thursday because it just worked better with that full box. So really happy with how that came out. And I'm using that kind of viney foiled edging for the torn paper that, again, was part of the collab with Danny with the Planny and Sadies Stickers. I love their collabs. You guys, Danny is so creative. So creative. I want to be Danny when I grow up. But yeah, I just love those. So really happy that they matched this kit so well and I could bring them in. Okay, this is where I started using the Dainty Basics line divider. So I just kind of went underneath and lined all of the headers, the floral headers that I had put in, just to, again, add, I don't know, the word I was looking for earlier never came to me, but like just closing it off. I don't know. Comment below and let me know if you know what I'm trying to say and what's a better way of saying that. I keep wanting to say finality to it, but like basically like separation. I don't know. Okay. Moving on from my inability to come up with words and phrases at this hour of night. Okay, so this was a little bit of a struggle for me. You can see me kind of go back and forth. I was trying to figure out how, like I didn't want to totally cover up that pretty torn paper with the foil underneath it, but obviously I needed to put my boxes down. So I was just kind of like going back and forth a lot on how I could do this. And then also how I could make the icons flow properly, all of that. So yeah, that was a little bit of a struggle. So I decided instead of bringing in that like really solid box that I would do another transparent box from Sadies Stickers. And just shout out for these because these items have been so amazing. Also, Jess from Lustrous Plans, one of the owners of Paper Trail Plans, showed that trick of rubbing your transparent swatch in with like a flat edge, and that has been a game changer. You can tell what a difference it makes in the color. So if you haven't tried that, definitely try it, but do it after you know for sure that's where it's going because you really can't pull them up after that. I've tried and it's a lot more difficult. Even with these amazing Sadies Stickers inserts, it's still a little bit harder to pull them up if you've rubbed them in that hard. Okay, anyway, shout out for these basics because they were one of the best investments that I made. I'm pretty sure I bought those when I went to Galentine's with a plan. I won a $100 gift card to Sadies Stickers, and I used that $100 gift card to buy all those transparent basics. And one of the best decisions I made because I feel like it's just so helpful. Like if you need something that's not, like I didn't want that full, like solid premium matte box. It was just too heavy for that spread, for the spread and for that day. Like I wanted to keep the spread kind of light and airy feeling because it's a spring spread and it was a fun week. And so I just wanted it to not feel heavy. And I felt like that one box, while it was pretty and matched and everything, it was just too heavy for that space. So having the transparent box was killer. So yeah, if you ever want to invest in some basics, definitely go get those. Okay, side note here, when I was doing other things, I saw these cute little like journaly words. One says grateful, one says memories. And I thought, oh my gosh, those would be so cute in the sidebar. So I went back and added more to the sidebar and I'm so glad I did. I really love it. Okay, so moving back into that day. So at the top of Wednesday, I used one of the little boxes from the kit and then a scrubs icon from Crafts by Towie, another one of my favorites to mark work. And they're even the jogger style scrubs, which is what I wear. So I love that. And then that transparent square I used just to mark that I had a meeting. It was our, like every other Wednesday, we have an office manager meeting. So I used that and then a little clipboard from White Deer Stationery. And I put a few little like florals in the corner there. That is a little trick I learned from Lauren from Plan Mosh Plan. I miss her. I hope she's doing well. I haven't seen her around the planner streets in a while, but Lauren was always such an inspiration and I just adore her. And I love that she used to do that when she would mark meetings. So I definitely took inspiration from Lauren there. And then underneath, I had to run, it looks like I wrote Walmart, so that must be where I ran to. But I used a Gathered Layers. See, I'm going to get it right, guys. Gathered Layers from the Panda Bear Design Gathered Plans collab. One of the circles. That purple matched so well with this kit. So I used one of their like garland layered circles, scallop circles, whatever. Anyway, that gorgeous box. I use that. And then a Crafts by Towie shopping cart icon to mark that I had to run to Walmart after doing my meetings. And then one of those amazing flourishes again. And then in the last little section there, I used a little floral like edge corner from the deco. And then I used a little TV icon from Christine's Paper Studio to mark that we watched the Ted Lasso finale, which was so sad that that was the finale because I really love that show. And I don't know, I have to look again. I can't remember if they're like bringing it back, but he's not in it or something. But I really, really loved that show. So if you haven't watched it, go binge it. It's really good. Okay, so I just did the little wiggle of the first half of the week. And then now we're moving into Thursday. And I kind of wanted to mimic what I did on Wednesday. Like I wanted it to be, you know, symmetrical. There I am again with the symmetry. But also like not identical. So I did, use that same like corner floral and mimicked what I did, just obviously the opposite directions on that side. And then I used another one of the little transparent swatches from Sadies Stickers and a laptop from White Deer Stationery. And then I used another one of the Gather Layers scallop circles. I am obsessed with the fact that these both match this kit so well. They were from like one of their special colors that they did. And the weird thing was like these colors were different originally. When I first got the stickers, that purple box that I put down was like a periwinkle and now it's very purple. And I don't keep my stickers like in the sunlight or anything like that. So I don't know why it changed colors. I've never had that happen before. I was like, am I losing it? But I'm pretty sure if I go back and watch that haul video, they were lighter. But the fact that they changed, because like the pink got darker, everything just got like different. But the colors that they changed to matched this kit perfectly. So it's all good. Yeah. Anyway, I used that one, the like peachy one, to mark that I had a therapy appointment after work. And then I used the little therapy chair from Crafts by Towie. I love those, and I had asked her to bring therapy chairs, and she did. And so I definitely had to use that to mark my therapy appointment. And then after therapy, I used another one of those flourishes. And then my husband had a game, and he pitched that night. So I went and watched him play. And I used a little Crafts by Towie baseball icon. And then underneath that, I used one of the little premium matte swatches from the kit and then another one of those TVs from Christine's Paper Studio to mark that we watched Silo. So once Ted Lasso was done, we needed to find a new show. So we started watching Silo, and I really love that show too. So, and then I didn't mention it, but in all of these days here, like after I'm done with the day, you kind of see me going back through, and I added foil accents. So just so you know, like where the foil accents were from, I have like the tiny little dots and dot clusters from Sadies Stickers. And then basically every other day I either used the Sadies Stickers dots and clusters or the Monk and Marble sparkle clusters. So if you look, like Monday is Sadies Stickers, Tuesday is Monk and Marble, Wednesday Sadies Stickers. So I just went every other day with the two different kinds of like sparkly foil deco. So in case you're wondering what the heck I'm doing on those. And then I also added in like there's little birds from, I think, the Pretty Pinko, and then butterflies and dragonflies from Sadies Stickers. So Usually I'll do it all the way at the end, but then when I'm doing these voiceovers, it gets like awkward because I'm like, what do I talk about while I'm just doing all this stuff and I'm done talking about the day to day? So I started to do it like as I'm doing each day, and then I feel a little bit less overwhelmed at the end where I feel like I have to like just sparkle the crap out of everything. So I'm just sparkling each day at the end of the day. Okay, so what are we moving on to next? We are working on Friday. Okay, I feel like this is where it gets more interesting in my planner for this week because this is when all the fun started to happen. Well, sort of. Not so much on Friday, but the rest of the days. So Friday morning, I did have to work before we left that night. So I did do like the same thing I did on Tuesday with a scallop circle and a transparent circle underneath it to give it some color. And then I used the Crafts by Towie what are they? Scrubs icon. And then underneath that, I use that adorable flourish just so that like it kind of, if you look at Tuesday, it looks pretty much the same as far as that goes, just different icons. And then after work, I had a wax appointment. So I brought in the little wax pot from White Deer Stationery and used another one of the little midi boxes from the Gathered Plans and Sadies Stickers collab. Yet again, creating the symmetry from one page to the next because I love that. And then I use that same, I think it's Letters to Apollo divider. I think I already had that divider on there. It looks like I did. Sometimes I'll do my like dividers when I'm doing the full boxes, like with whatever I think I'm going to use. There I go with a simple line divider. Okay, so yeah, Friday was work and then a run to a wax appointment. And then I'm pretty sure, no, maybe that was a different day. I feel like maybe this was the day where I was like exhausted, but maybe that was the week before where I like came home a little bit early and didn't feel well. I think that was last time because I definitely marked that. Okay, so this was a different week. Getting them all mixed up with all this traveling. So work, a wax appointment, and then underneath that, I marked that I went and got a spray tan. I did this basically like, you know, both weekends before we left, I got a spray tan because I'm like super white and I did not want to be that white for wearing dresses. So I had bought like this pass for 2 of them or whatever. So I went and got another spray tan. And what in the world kind of icon do you even use for a spray tan, you guys? Let me know. I feel like I haven't asked you guys many questions. I'm sorry. Comment whatever you want below. But I'm curious, do you go get spray tans? And if you do, what the heck do you use to mark it in your planner? I literally used a spray bottle, you guys. I did this the last time too because I didn't know what to put. And I was like, spray, we'll use a spray bottle. Okay, tell me if that's weird because my brain just, sometimes I have to get creative with my icons because my icon game is weak, y'all. It's weak. I need to get some more icons. I need to just like make a list and go to White Deer Stationery and Crafts by Towie. Those are like my main go-tos and go get all the icons. So, okay, maybe someday I won't have to like make things up for my icons. Underneath that, I am adding in another little transparent swatch that is just to add a little bit of a pop of color. I didn't have a ton of room in here. I'd already put in that half box from the kit that I was going to use to mark like leaving for New York. So I wanted to just add something small in there, but I didn't want it to look too cluttery. Again, I didn't want the spread to be heavy. I wanted it to be light and airy and just like, you know, fun spring day. So I added just that swatch to give it a little bit of something. I can't like talk enough about how I love those swatches. And then I used a little car icon from Crafts by Towie to mark that I had to go pick up my boys. And then I used that little scallop divider. I didn't mention that on the other side, but those little scallop dividers are from Monk and Marple. Love, love, love her dividers and deco and all of that. Like she's got a lot of really dainty stuff too. So I use that because I feel like that gave that box like some good separation and just made like where that swatch was look like, I don't know, more like a box, but not a box. And then underneath that, I use the little road icon from White Deer Stationery. I love those for marking when we're traveling because it's like we're hitting the road. And then I did something so fun above it. I really loved what I did. I added a cloud from Pretty Pink Co. And then I put a little bird from Pretty Pink Co. as well, like in the cloud. And it just looks like a cute little scene, and I'm obsessed. I love that so much. So anyway, that was Friday. We left, I don't know, probably like midnight or 1 a.m. or something like that to go to New York because my husband likes to drive overnight. Right now in the spread, that sheet that I have is from my newest addiction. It's like a different bow sampler type of sheet. And there's so many different kinds of bows. I love using those to accent all of my White Jar Stationery icons, because there's so many different like sizes and directions and all of that I feel like I can usually find something for anything. So shout out to my Newest Addiction for those. Those are some of my favorites. Okay, on Tuesday, I really wanted to use that pretty like peachy color torn paper because I felt like it kind of brought in the peachy color from the box on Thursday at the top. Also the peach circle that I use, the scallop circle. So I really wanted to use it. And so I decided I would just do it like vertically. So, because I didn't want to like lose it by going horizontal. Okay, and then here I was trying to decide what in the world am I doing with these big florals. I really wanted to bring those florals in. I loved them. And I felt like it made more sense to put them on the right side because then it would like close out that column, right? Like the florals would be pointed towards the inside of the spread. But I didn't like that I would have the torn paper on the right on Saturday and then flowers on the right on Sunday. So I just went with it and put it on the left side because I liked that better. So I told myself to like let go of my crazy expectations there. So, okay, Saturday was a fun day, you guys. I just loved that day. I'll see if I can add some pictures in at the end of our day. So we got to my mom's. I think like 10 or 11 a.m. or something like that. So I used a little house from White Deer Stationery and a little Sadies Stickers bow. I love the Sadies Stickers little bows on top of the houses from White Deer Stationery. They just fit perfectly. They look like they're part of the icon. So I use that to mark that we got to my mom's. And then underneath that, I'm putting that transparent swatch. And I use that cute little foiled scene from the Pretty Pinko with a bike and the little gate and the like little branch because we had a girls' day in Skinny Atlas. So if you've ever been to like the Finger Lakes area in New York, I don't think Skinny Atlas is, I don't think the lake over there is a Finger Lake, but it's kind of in that area. It's out like near Syracuse-ish area. But I had never gone. My mom doesn't live too far from there, and she has taken like my sister and my sister, well, not quite my sister-in-law, but almost my sister-in-law. She's taken them for days and like, gone and traveled this little, like not traveled, but like walked through this little town and done shopping. It's just a cute little touristy town. They have boat rides and stuff. We didn't do any of the boat rides, but we did walk around and check out all the shops, and we had lunch, and it was just such a lovely day. And it was my daughter, my mom, my sister-in-law, and then the two little girls, the baby and the toddler. And it was just so nice. It was such a perfect weather day, and we just got to walk and wander and go eat lunch, and it was just lovely. So I just figured I would leave enough space in there to mark like that it was a girls' day, and we call it Skinny Atlas. Simple Paper Co., if you follow her at all, she did one of her monthly subscription kits, I think it was themed off of Skinny Atlas. So she's from around that area too. And it's so funny because like I feel like most people don't know where that is or what it is. And I am not even going to try to spell Skinny Atlas. I literally wrote Girls' Day and Skinny in my planner because Skinny Atlas is not spelled how you think it would be. It's like SKANEATLES or something weird. So we have a lot of weird spelled things in Western New York. But anyway, she is from that area too, I guess. And so she did a whole themed little kit off of it. And it was so fun because I was like, oh my gosh, I totally know the inspiration for this. That's so fun. But yeah, it was a wonderful day. And underneath that part there, I did pull in another one of those ovals and put a swatch underneath it to mark that we had lunch at a place called Blue Water Grill. And I had some amazing, I think it was salmon. It was like salmon and rice with like mango salsa and a cilantro sauce or something. And it was so good. I might have a picture of that too, so I'll see if I can put some pictures in at the end. But anyway, it was just really nice. And my husband stayed back at the house and got to sleep because he drove overnight, and he just got some time to unwind and relax. He slept a little bit, but he mostly just hung out with my mom's cats and just had a really nice day with nobody bothering him. So I was really happy for him too that we got to have a wonderful day, but he did too. And then, the icon that I used for lunch was Paper Muse Crafts. And then underneath that, I used a little swatch from the kit and a White Deer Stationery fire icon. I was so excited to use this icon, you guys. I've had it forever and I haven't been able to use it yet, but we had a little bonfire out back at my mom's house. She lives out in the country, so We were able to have a little bonfire and it was just lovely. That night, I didn't have room to put it all in here, but that night, my soon-to-be sister-in-law asked me to be a bridesmaid, and they actually asked my husband to marry them as well, like be the officiant, is that what we call it? So he needs to get ordained now, but they really want him to marry them. So that'll be really cool. So that was a fun night. And then I am running out of time here, aren't I? Okay, so Sunday we got up and left my mom's, and then we visited my brother and my dad, and then went to my in-laws' house and got ready for the wedding. And then we went to my cousin Ben and his new wife, Corinne. We went to their wedding. And I just pulled in a little arch from the Pretty Pink Co. because they felt like they got married under an arch outside in this vineyard. It was freaking gorgeous, you guys. So I just pulled that in, and then the little paper trail plan script that says "I love you," and some little hearts, just because I felt like, and like little celebratory streamer things. So I thought that was kind of fun. And then, oh, I forgot to mention the icon that I use for getting ready. I didn't know what to use for that, so I just used a little makeup icon from my newest addiction. So I think I made it through it all, you guys. I just used a little, again, it was a swatch. You probably saw that, but another one of the Sadies Stickers swatches, and then another one of the Gathered Layers Panabir Design collab circles. That's so many words. Okay. And then in there, I was just adding in, I think I was just adding in like little sparkles and stuff there. So anyway, super, super fun weekend. I will try to add in some pictures at the end here of like the wedding and our day in Skinny Atlas and all of that. Cause I know like Lydia from Lydia Plans, she always puts in videos and pictures of her little dog, Wendy, at the end of her videos. And I think it's like the coolest thing. I don't know. I feel like you kind of get to know people throughout doing Plan With Me's and stuff. You know, it's just fun to see like the actual pictures and photos of what you're talking about. So I'll add those in at the end so you guys can see that. But this is the spread in its completion here. And then this is what I used and didn't use of all of the kit and the add-ons. And yeah, that's going to conclude pretty much everything. So I'll just do my little outro here, and then I'll add some pictures at the end if you guys want to see that. But thank you all again so much for joining me for another Plan With Me. I'm always just so like flattered and honored that you guys want to hang out with me here. So thank you so much. And I am trying to grow my YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love, love, love it if you would subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Love you guys. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.